Hi.
Hi,
Hello, my name is Dr. Michelle Moroz.
and I'm Dr. Smiley, and I'm really not scared right now.
I am. I'm scared.
What are you scared of?
It's Wednesday.
We've had a lot of Wednesdays, and you've never been scared before
I don't know. Kind of scared about this Wednesday. You know why?
because it's birthday Wednesday.
Because it's birthday Wednesday. No, because we are heading out of town to tomorrow. We're heading out
Okay,
tomorrow. But first, we'll do what we do all the time as we go through and we say thank you to.
I want to say thank you to Robert Peterson at Add Value to Life for his wonderful podcast, support, partnership, and of course, his perfect publishing compilation attributes with his wife, Noelle.
Yes. And
Let's talk about Rich Parsons, who owns Your Success magazine, and
out
he
of
has a
Colorado. Thank you very much.
both of them out of Colorado. Denver for Add Value and Your Success, Colorado Springs. And he has a great idea. He's got a compilation book. So if you guys are interested, 52 authors, and is a deck of cards coming out with this book. It's called Your Deck of Success. And you can actually have the playing cards and see the authors. I think it's going to be QR coded so you can actually hit the deck with your phone and go right to the chapter. That's
Oh,
hot.
that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So getting
I want
prices are
in on that. I want in on that.
you're in.
I am?
Yeah, you're in. He
Oh,
he, he
cool.
said that your name was first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you're writing the forward. You're writing the forward for the book, but each person gets to pick the card that they want as long as it's available. What card would you pick out of
Uh,
a deck of cards?
Queen of Hearts. Queen
That's
of
funny.
Diamonds.
I'm telling you, I have King of Hearts. That's the only one I want. And then if I don't get King of Hearts, I want Ace of Hearts.
Awesome.
So those are my two. So we got some birthdays. I think a lot of birthdays, maybe 46 of them.
You have a lot of birthdays.
I do. So I'm
Well,
going to go
no,
through.
there's number one.
What's
Who's
that?
today?
Who's today? Who is today? Well, there's some really good
Bernard
ones.
Bernardo.
Yeah, Bernardo Moya. I got to show his book. I have to show his book. I know you're not supposed to leave the show and talk while you're leaving the show, but I got to get his book. Here it is.
A
A
man
man of all.
evolving.
Happy birthday, Bernardo. You're
Happy
awesome.
birthday, Bernardo Moya.
I am going to send him a loom later because he loves looms, and it's going to show his book. And I'm going to say, in this loom, this is great.
Well, you have to sing Happy Birthday to ya.
I think you have to sing that. I don't have to sing that. I have to do a loom for him though, so I will do that. So
Okay.
that was great to start off with him. Bert Oliva. I think I mentioned him last week, but we're gonna since his birthday was on the 10th while we were in Miami. Sam Meek, who has a great app for veterans, really cool app.
Mm.
Alex
Is he
Sharpton.
coming to our event in DC?
Why don't
for
I
jail?
connect? Why don't I connect you to him? Because he's a good person for you to know. He's apparently got like 1 million people on his app, at least
Really?
1 million. Yeah, it's really big
Make
app.
sure you connect him to J.R. Spear of
You
the
know,
BLM Live.
you're always thinking. I'm gonna write that down. J.R. Spear. Okay. And then Alex Sharfin was on the 12th.
Okay.
Catherine McIntosh, speaker, on the 12th. Reardon Sullivan here in DC, huge philanthropist, rock star. He sings. He's got a rock band. But anytime there's an organization like We Will Survive Cancer that needs money, sponsorship, he is so generous. He makes sure that they get the monies they need to do events to raise more money. Scott Ingrati is an Italian guy, Italian actor, and I met him at one of the softball celebrity events. Mike Million. Mike Million is an author. I want to become an author. He is a poet, a leadership speaker. We have John Duffy. You got to meet. I got to connect you to John Duffy. You'll love him. Marcus Ogden is a speaker, and he's a ex-professional football player. Corey Peterson is today. Damian Zamora is today. Judy Templeton, she's one of the Huns in Baltimore. With the beehives, the big beehives. Yeah, she's one of the Huns. She was the president of the Huns last year, of all the Huns. Luann Buechler, she's got like the Keep Smiling movement. She has the hug movement, so she's cool. Rob Kowalski with City Fam. He's got a great organization here in Baltimore. Charles Vest, who's a great MC in San Diego. Craig Shaw is coming
Craig
up this week
Shaw.
on the
Yes, I am.
18th. Micheline Bowman is one of the people that's kind of a socialite in DC. If you want to know what's happening in DC, you talk to her. Jenny DeBolt from Ultimate Sphere Competition. Danella Burnett, who is one of the sponsors of USC, and she recently got me to an event with Pixie, who owns Skirt Magazine. That's a contact I have.
That's why you were there. Okay.
Yeah, and then Peter Anthony. Peter Anthony is in Vegas, and he has "You Will Change the World." I think. Oh, Dr. June Davidson. I got to connect you to her. She is phenomenal, and she says I was born in Juniper. Jeffrey Hazlett, born in 11/11. Eric Chong on the 12th. Ken Ashby on the 13th. Victor Azar with the good old hummus among us. David Jackson in Chicago on the 15th. Julie Sanchez on the 15th. And we are getting down to John Thompson, who's a comedian, on the 17th. Jeff Cade from USC. We have a lot of Ultimate Sphere Competition people getting their birthdays on. And on the 20th, hold my crown, Jennifer Myers. She is the queen on the 20th. Yes, good job, Jennifer Myers. All right, that's my birthday list. You go crazy.
Good job. Thank you so much for all that. Well, the next thing that's happening is, well, let's say what happened just now. We just got back from the Epic Growth Conference in Miami. If you were watching my social media page, I was on a boat. I was on a yacht.
That's a great song,
huh?
That's a great song. I'm on a boat.
I'm on the boat. We actually played it while we were on the boat, and we were all laughing about it. But what's really cool about it is I would not have been at the Epic Growth Conference if it wasn't for Dr. Smiley. And I had no idea about it. I wasn't going to go. And he's like, you've got to come. You've got to meet these people. And then he's like, oh, and you've got to meet JR, our new partner. You've got to come. And so I went. And I twiddled my thumbs the whole time, wondering why was I at the Epic Growth Conference? Because they were talking a language I did not understand. A lot of crypto and things like that. But ended up on a yacht with a group of amazing people, and just a lot of goodness has come out. A lot of what did you say? A lot of abundance has been coming out of this event.
Abundant synergy. I'd like to interject the story of why I got there, because JR introduced me to Tyler, who is doing a book with us through Perfect Publishing. And I can say us because you are going to be officially a new owner on Christmas Day, which is cool. And he was not going to Epic Growth Conference. And I said to Tyler, hey, we're launching your book at this event. And I wouldn't know you if it wasn't for JR. Can he please join us? And can I bring my partner to the event? And so Tyler was kind enough to extend 2 guest passes. And so it's just cool that was reminiscent of the Rock Your Brand. You introduced me to good old Craig Duswalt. And Craig Duswalt, when I was there, I met Gunther, and that was 100 million. And you got an invite. So it's just cool that when you are unconditionally giving, how you can circle and receive, because JR just gave, and he wasn't going to that conference, and he ended up being on the boat, the yacht, with 18 influencers.
Mm-hmm. Huge influencers.
Yeah. These influencers are averaging right around 1 million followers.
And money.
And money. Yeah, the money.
Millions.
Yeah. So growth is an accelerated. It's an accelerated conversation of how you get more abundance in your life. That's really a good way to.
Yeah, that's an ideal way of saying it. Actually, that was. Thank you so much, because that was an experience I would have not done. I mean, I honestly would have went there and just hung out on the beach and never went into the building.
Same thing. JR brought that to my periphery, and Tyler is a Tony Robbins like thinker. Like, you're going to change the world. You're going to get massive abundance and use that massive abundance to be very powerful in the world and have impact that you want to have.
Well, what's beautiful about Tyler is he is a sharp dressed man, that's for sure. But when you talk to him, he takes off those glasses and he looks at you. His soul is just beautiful. He's a good man. And
if you go to my Facebook page, he's the guy on my banner.
Oh yeah, he is. You've got him on your cover image. Yes, that's Tyler. Anyway, it's just awesome group of people.
That's my way of really thanking people, is saying they own that spot on my Facebook. So
That's
he
awesome.
really he made a big difference. The friends that are going to come out of this, the clients that are going to come out of this, the client friends that are going to come out of this, is going to be really cool. Very
Oh,
nice.
yeah, and we met so many awesome people who ate dinner with us all the time, and
You're
that last
inviting
night
them to
that
the.
last night, we're like, "Where's Doctor Smiley? Who's gonna order for us? How are we gonna eat?"
So you have a bunch of people possibly coming to your boot camp as a result of this too.
I have at least I would think there's 4 of them that will come out to the boot camp because I played
Cool.
very quiet in that room because I'm used to going to rooms and speaking, and I was actually in that room not speaking, so I was quiet and I just watched. And people were coming to me saying, "Okay, I felt you from the back of the room." Even Tyler said while he was speaking, while he was on stage doing his TED talk, he's like, "I'm on stage and I looked back and I saw you." He said, "I
Yeah,
don't know who that lady is."
yeah, you were very visible. And by the way, when I spoke on stage, two things: you were very visible. You're in the very back row, and I was able to call on you to ask for your experience. But I wanted to actually thank you on the air that your coaching was so valuable. I had 15 minutes on stage, and just a lot of times, I mean, I know it can get better, and I know that you're working with me to make it better, but I felt more comfortable on the points, and I had such a reaction from the crowd on the text of "I want more information" or "I'd like to meet you," and it was just really solid. So thank you for that help.
You're welcome, and thank you for being open for that help because you're a pro. You're out there all the time, and for me to say, "Okay, do this, do this, do this," and you were very fast, so I was able to do. You said, "Got it," and he went up. It was amazing. So thank you, Dr. Smiley.
We're working it. Hey, by the
We're
way,
working.
I got two invites to be speaking because of that experience. Someone on Facebook saw whatever you were posting or whatever got posted, and they asked if I was available for a couple other places. One is Miami, by the way. So I'll
Oh,
talk to you about that.
really? Okay,
And so,
definitely talk to me because I got
and,
asked to speak in Miami too.
14th and 15th of December.
Oh, mine, I think it's the 11th, 12th, and 13th of December.
Oh, that's funny.
We
That's
might
funny.
cross. We might cross again. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go on, people. Thank you
Let's
for
go
joining
on.
us.
Let's talk
I
about
see
other
your
things.
eyeballs, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. You are watching, well, Amplifluence with Dr. Moras and Dr. Smiley. And we're just kind of giving the rundown of everything that's been happening in our world and what's coming up and how you can participate in the Amplifluence around the world shindig. Our next thing that's happening is we are going to be in Houston, Texas
Mhm.
tomorrow. Actually, it's tomorrow.
That is correct.
Yes,
And it's a whirlwind because we were going to be in Dallas and now it's Houston. And Southwest is not trying to get us there quickly.
I know. We're like both are going to be on an airplane for 9 hours just to get to Houston.
Well,
We're
with
used to
with
going to Dallas and it's just a quick hop and we're there. And
yeah.
this event was in Dallas. And because of some events based things, they moved us and we got moved to Houston. So it's like, okay, who do we know in Houston? Do you know someone in Houston? Share with them that we have this cocktail mixer actually at the Houston airport, the George Bush Marriott Airport.
We
Okay.
will send you this flyer if you want that
Yeah, the
information.
Houston Airport Marriott at George Bush International, something like that. But it's tomorrow night, the 17th, from 6 to 8 p.m. at that hotel in the bar lobby area. So go out there and meet us there. It's free to the public. You just have to buy your own drinks, but you'll be able to meet some awesome movers and shakers. And then the next day on the
It's the who's
18th,
who. It's the who's who.
it's the who's who. Yeah.
And by the way, I do want to interject the value. This is $2,000 value to be at an event where you are rubbing elbows with the who's who, getting your photo taken, and it being published in a book called "Keep Smiling: The Movers and Shakers of Houston."
Yep. Yep.
That's
Yep.
pretty happening. And we have Colorado Springs and Denver coming out in 2 weeks.
Yes. Well, we are going to Houston not only for the movers and shakers cocktail mixer tomorrow
More.
night.
There's more. There's more.
We are also going to there to be at the Reset, Renew, Rediscover retreat at that same hotel. And we are there with Leah Rowling. And I'm the keynote, and Ken is talking about legacy.
Publishing legacy, the power of publishing, the power of positioning yourself as an authority, but most importantly, inspiring people to work with you.
Yes. And so he and I are both speaking on day one of this retreat. So go to the website, leahrowling.com/retreat, leahrowling.com/retreat. And The tickets are very affordable. It's going to be pretty awesome, momentous, life-changing. She is in the midst of finishing her book that's based off of her training that you will be going to on the 18th, 19th, and 20th, I think. Actually, no, 18th and 19th. And Ken is also the publisher. Perfect Publishing is publishing her book. And if you want a sneak peek of that, you might want to go there and show up, meet the author of the upcoming book, and see what this is all about, because she's a pretty neat lady.
Well, not only that, this message of reset, renew, rediscover, how timely. It's at the
Perfect.
close of the year. And not everyone realizes this, but when you do reset and you actually look at what you don't need to be doing and what you should be doing and how to organize and how to get rid of the
Brain
BS or
clutter.
yeah,
The brain clutter.
you can actually, as Grant Cardone would say, you can 10x your life. And it is possible to do even more than that. If you talk to someone like JR, JR is going to look at it 10x as that is actually the starting point.
Yes. Well, and that's why Leah and I got along so well, because we talked about my story and how I've purged my life of everything I did not need.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I did that, I mean, my career just shot forward. So it's just amazing what you think you need in your life and what you really, really want in your life. It's rather neat. Anyways, next. Ready?
I'm ready.
Next is the Amplifluence Movers and Shakers Cocktail Mixer in Colorado Springs, November 30th. Be there.
400 to 500 people coming.
It's going to be big. I mean, we barely announced it last time. We had 180 people show, and now we have about 400 saying they're going to be there. So it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be at the downtown Hilton Garden Inn, downtown Colorado Springs on November 30th. Go to the Amplifluence Facebook page. It's Amplifluence / or Amplifluence -100 author. And you'll see all the invites there, or just search your Facebook toolbar for Movers and Shakers Cocktail, and you'll be able to find it. It'll pop up.
What's the name of the hotel?
Hilton Garden Inn, downtown Colorado Springs. And then the next one, the next day.
It is a nice place too. I do like that hotel.
I really like it. Yeah. Oh, how did I do that? No, that's not the next day. The next day is the Movers and Shakers. It's not a Movers and Shakers. It's an Amplifluence author meet and greet in Denver, southern Denver. Okay, so it's on the very first exit in Denver, in the Littleton area, December 1st at the Ovation. Go to Amplifluence. You will see that there, or type in author meet and greet Denver, and it'll pop up in your Facebook.
10 a.m. Mm-hmm. Have an egg with us.
Have an egg with us, because Ken and I are skedaddling very quickly out of that event, because we have an airplane to catch at 2:00, because we are going to do our Amplifluence tour that starts at the Rhode Island author event on the 3rd.
And the 2nd is going to be a potential mixer. We're hopeful in the hope state of having a mixer, a hope mixer. And guess what? The food there is great in Rhode Island. It is awesome.
Okay. Well, there's a whole list of everything that we're doing. Just be aware that we're going to be in the Northeast. But the big one I wanted to make sure that everyone knew about is, if you have a book, or if you have a friend who has a book and they would like to be featured on the Times Square billboard big screen, it's December 4th. Details to be announced, but go to the Amplifluence Facebook page. Again, I will be posting everything there. I'll post it on my page too. But that way you can find out if you want to be on that Times Square billboard and what it takes to be there. We're having a mixer on Times Square, some bar in that area, probably a hotel or a restaurant. And then we will go check out our billboard on the screen. Are you trying to look it up?
I was just, Rich Parsons is reacting to our comment that your deck of success. But there were people that are writing me about the banner, the book banner in Times Square. So we are getting details, but it is around 11:00 in the evening. So
that is mine on the billboard in Times Square. Can you see it? That book was humongous on the screens of Times Square. I was screaming like a maniac, and you can do that too. Come join us and be a screaming maniac in Times Square.
And Janelle is saying that Ed is getting all the emails today, and so he can start programming the banners. So
Awesome.
this is something that I think there is an amount that we can do, and I don't know what that is, but I think it's only 20. So if you want your book, take advantage of this right away, because this is a very good rate. These rates could be dramatically higher. I think even 4 or 5 times higher if you're paying retail.
Yeah. So connect with us because right now the price is awesome. You can't touch this. You can't touch it. You can if you reach us. I want my book up there, but this time I want my face on it. So let's see if I can figure that one out.
You know what
Anyway,
I think you want to have your new book with the lion on it.
I'm not ready for that one.
No? Are you going to be ready
Someone's
for
been
it?
keeping me too busy.
Is it going to be like 3 months from now? Is it going to be like March?
It could be faster than I'd like to do it for January, honestly. But
If you would, I mean, honestly, you're throwing this on this and saying coming soon. It's still great publicity. I think
okay,
any,
I can do it because I already have the cover.
and we're gonna Bernardo's birthday present is gonna be, we're gonna throw this up there.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be a good birthday present for him.
Okay. And I think it'll be a good New Year's present for myself to have coming soon.
Yes.
It'll
Yep.
also force me to finish the book.
Oh, and then we have our book, Amplify Your Influence, that is coming out for that event.
Yeah, there's so much happening. I mean, oh my gosh. If you've been watching me or Ken, you know that our lives are at Mach 80 at this point. And we are finishing the year quite excitedly and bringing everyone that we can with us. Now, the next thing that's happening after our big tour on the Northeast.
Did you talk about Rhode Island, the actual book expo, though? There's 150 authors there.
No, I said it. I just said it.
Okay, got it. Okay, cool. All right. So December 3rd, anyone in Rhode Island that wants to check out and meet a lot of authors, that's going to be at the Crown Plaza in Warwick. We'll have that all. That's all in the book. By the way, anyone that wants the book tour information, it's a nice little flyer. Some of the details are in there. Some details are being added.
Okay, yeah, because the flyer doesn't have details. It just has dates and approximate where we're going to be. So
it has sometimes because of flights. We're giving people the information for flights and cities and stuff.
Yeah, I can't add the picture. I can't add the image into this thread. So
Okay.
I'll have to do it later.
We'll add it to the comments.
Yeah,
This might be scared. This could be the reason you were scared, is that because you couldn't add that. I didn't even think about that until just now.
It's probably it because it won't let me add a picture to the thread because it's a live video. So we'll put it in there.
I don't have to add it, and I don't have to do with the live component of this. I'm not scared, so I get now the distinction. Thank you for taking the heat of being scared during the show live.
Anyways, oh, I just dropped my phone. Anyways, we have so much happening, and we've both been asked to speak in Miami again, but at separate events. So this should be really funny. Yeah, I'm going to Dr. Obama.
Yeah, Obama. Yep.
I'll be at his event, and then so 9th, 10th, and 11th. And then you're going to be speaking somewhere in Miami, the 12th, 13th, and 14th or so. So we will both be in Miami. So keep that list.
Well, I do have something exciting to show you that you may not be aware of. But you know how you said Mach 80 and we're doing all these things? I just pulled my index cards, and we have a day off on November 16th, 2026. I am showing that it's a blank day. So November 16th, 2026.
No, we don't. Oh, 26. Yes.
Yeah. In 3 years from now, I found a blank day.
Okay, because 2020 December 16th, 2022, we are going to be here. Oh, no, that's not it. We're going to be here.
Yes.
We're going to be at the blnlive.com conference.
Business Leaders Network with J.R. Spear and 20 other speakers.
Yeah. So where is this being held, Ken?
It is in Tyson's Corner, Northern Virginia. And
it is in Northern Virginia. So if you're in the Northern Virginia area around Tyson Square, go to blnlive.com and sign up. And you'll see both Ken and I on stage. You will meet J.R. Spear, one of our new partners, and you are going to love this guy and the people he attracts. Great. He's got a lot of veterans coming to this event too.
And half the speakers are flying in from all parts of the country. So he has national speakers that are coming in. What else was I going to say? Oh, yes. So for those of you who are flying in, there are two terminologies I wasn't aware were not known throughout the U.S. And Michelle, you're good with them now because you've been here so many times. But Nova is Northern Virginia, and DMV, DC, Maryland,
DMV.
Virginia. So this is the Nova side of the DMV.
Nova DMV. Got it. Jeez, too many abbreviations for me. So yes, go to blnlive.com for December 16th and 17th. 16th is a mixer. We're getting to know each other. The 17th is the actual event. Speakers from all over the place are coming in. Ken and I are two of them. So remember that there is this one on the 16th and 17th of December. But this week, Ken and I will be in Houston. Come visit us at the Reset, Renew, Rediscover Retreat in Houston, Texas. We will be having the Movers and Shakers Cocktail Hour on November 17th that evening. And then on the 18th, 19th, we'll be at the event speaking.
And I left JR's new book in my car. I was going to get it from the table, but I do have this new book that Al Granger and I wrote, which is really about your book impacting the world. So we have to put the graphic in for JR's new book. And he shared live at that event in Miami that he had four people are interested in working with him because they love what he was doing with his book.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you'll have to put that in the thread because I don't have access to it.
Okay.
And then after all of these December events, my event finally.
Yes, I really want to be there.
I hope you show up. It would be awesome for you to show up. So the Unapologetic Speaker Camp is January 25th to 27th. The 28th is a live studio audience. Unless you'd like to be part of that, on the 28th, the VIPs are being filmed for my show. We are doing a live audience interview on Mental Shift, and it will be streamed on Zondra TV and the new channel in the Philippines. So 6 continents, over 50 million watchers, and you can get your word out, your business out, your message, and get some great exposure. So go to my website, michellemoras.com, and sign up for the VIP so I can schedule you into the filming. And if you don't want to do that part, just come to the event itself. It's 3 days. It'll be phenomenal. And you might have a couple of breakout sessions of songs and impromptu stuff, but we'll have fun.
And I wanted to mention that Robert Peterson will be helping with doing the photography. Noelle will be speaking, right? Is that correct?
Yes, she's speaking.
And Mamie, I think, is involved. Yes, you got some amazing people that are joining forces for your event.
Yeah.
And we have some Ultimate Speaker Competition people that are attending, I think. Right?
Yes, it will be Joseph. James will be there for sure. And then we have Courtney Kaplan will be showing up.
Lizzie Enns, I think, is possibly coming.
Lizzie, maybe. I haven't spoken to her yet.
JR. I want to give a shout out to good old Christoph because he's brought so many people into the power of speaking and owning your power on stage. And he has an alumni event. We don't have the details right now handy.
We just do in Vegas.
But there's a nice couple of events that he's got scheduled for next year too.
Yeah, it's fun because we are family and we're all growing together. It's amazing, right?
Yes,
so if you'd like Amplifluence to come out and highlight you and your friends and the movers and shakers of your area, write us. Just write us and say, hey, come to us. You're hopping all over the United States. Come to us. So we will, we will, because that's how we roll. Right?
Yeah, I said it at the same time. So I was definitely right. Definitely right. So it was really cool, that event in Miami. I was reminiscing. Killer beach. Just such, and what an amazing situation that there was a hurricane. It was redlined notice, like change your flight, and left it really in God's hands of, are we supposed to be there or not? But I can't help myself that I have got to show from this. Yeah, I got to show a couple of the photos real quick.
Yeah, phenomenal.
And
I wish you could share your screen like that. That would be awesome.
The beach scene was really, the water is so gorgeous. Let me get there's the water shot.
Yeah.
And maybe one more. Oh, there's a picture of you kind of looking out at the sunset. There, look at that water coming.
It was
by the way, I do it At the same, watch this. I don't know if you see it. It moves. It takes 3 seconds for it to go. See, it's coming in. So if you go, let me see. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, because you have a live video. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
saw
live.
it.
So the water just goes in a little bit. So Miami's cool. Miami's very
Miami's
cool.
pretty cool. And I'm excited to be able to go back in December, and hopefully we cross somewhere in there, because I'd love to see you in Miami. Well, by then I might be tired of seeing you. I'm going to see you all through December, huh?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Miami by itself. Okay, got it. But JR was such a cool person to hang with, and we got to check into the last place there is, the Trump Tower.
Oh, we should tell them our story.
That is a crazy story. Yes, I don't know. Yeah, I guess since we opened the can, we'll just hint that it was when you say the word "don't let the bed bugs bite," that it actually does have meaning at an Airbnb sometimes.
Yeah. So long story short, we checked into this beautiful Airbnb, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, living room, kitchen, everything. It is sweet. It's got a hot tub. Oh, it's perfect. And when we come back from the first event that night, late at night, I think it was 11 o'clock at night, Ken goes to his room, passes out. JR goes into his room, about to pass out. I go to my room and said, can somebody come check this? They all do, what? Please come check this. There are little black dots all over my bed. Long story short, when they say don't let the bed bugs bite, you don't want them to bite, because we ended up having to move to the Trump International Hotel because there were bugs hopping all over that place in the dark. It was
and it's not just that they bite. It's not just that they bite. They say, you know what? We're going to go with you back to your home.
Which is why I'm glad I never opened my luggage.
Indeed. Yeah, that is crazy. That is very crazy. It was funny because I wasn't expecting that from JR, the Marine, but he was like this. He was like,
Yeah.
it was so gross. And I was
sorry,
like,
they were hopping. You did not see them hopping off the bathroom
I
sink.
was pretty tired. I was pretty tired.
Yeah,
okay.
it was horrifying, because I told JR, I said, I went to jungle survival school. I grew up in the Philippines. Bugs don't bother me. But these little tiny things that one minute they were there, next minute they all went disappeared because the light came on. Yeah, was not good. Not good.
Yeah, and the owners of the Airbnb were like, "Well, we'll come over and we'll verify it." And we're like, "No, we're out. We're leaving."
No, you don't. You can verify when we're gone. We're out of here.
Hey,
Well, no,
we
we're
gotta
going to
give
send an
Shelly some props.
exterminator. Huh?
We have to give Shelly some props. Shelly's
Shelly
awesome.
Rempe is amazing. She saved our butts at
She should be the
11:30
sponsor
at
of the
night.
show. She is the sponsor of the show. What is it? Her company. She's the sponsor of the show. We're gonna give her a lot of love.
Shelly Rempe. Shelly Rempe.
Shelly Rempe.
Well,
so we will make sure the contact information is there, because she went way beyond the Call of Duty, and she even threw it in our face in a very loving way. That's why I use hotels.
She did say that, and that's why I use hotels. Her company is called Concierge Travel of Omaha, but I just know her as Shelly, and she was connected with me through I connected with her through one of my old business partners, Gary Barnes, and she and I never lost touch, because she was really good at knowing me and how I like to travel. And then she said, "Are you sure? I mean, I can get you a hotel." I said, no, this way all three of us can be in one place and we can talk, and, we can plan our future, what we're going to do together. This is good. Yeah. Can do that in a hotel. I see.
Yeah. So we did get the great beachfront, and we got to save a lot of money on Ubers. So that was nice. And we got to eat at some amazing restaurants near the Trump Tower.
We did.
All right. So I think we got a show. I think we definitely messed up again, though. We did not do it under a minute. This is becoming more and more obvious that we're never going to go under a minute. You are typing away.
I'm trying to type her website, but I can't.
Oh, okay. I feel like there's dead air if I don't talk, so I'm going to talk.
Keep talking.
Okay. I'll tell you. Next year, no firm dates, but we have Africa, Philippines, possibly in February. We have Africa, Victoria Falls, Tanzania, Naples, Italy, potentially with the lovely Jesse Cruz. Jesse Cruz, who wrote a beautiful book on hope, and we are looking at possibly Cambodia and Thailand. So those are in the works. And then the following year, this is the biggie. Who can say that their book has been to 7 continents? Not too many. In fact, most people can't even say they've been to 7 continents. Forget about the book. So we are looking at, we're putting it out there, we're manifesting Antarctica, Greenland,
2023.
2024. I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to take at least a year. These tickets are not going to be cheap, even if we get a deal. They're going to be a minimum of 20,000, probably closer to 30.
And I'm thinking for someone like me who's always cold, I don't know if I really want to go there.
I'm just quoted. It'll be probably 30 because Antarctica by itself, if we're lucky, is 20. So
Wow.
Antarctica, well, you're talking about it's going to be about 7 days. It's like a day in Antarctica, a day travel, day in Antarctica, a day in Greenland, and then four days in Iceland, and then party.
Okay. Well, Africa's definitely in June.
Okay, June. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
first of June, I thought. So keep an eye out. We're going.
Yep. Come with us and watch and be part of it.
Yes. Well, thank you for coming and watch all of us watch and listen
You
to
are very welcome, and thank you for being here too.
I wasn't thinking you. I was thinking out of the eyeballs.
Well, I am thanking you. Thank you for being here at this show, because I would feel really funny looking at my screen, not being on StreamYard, and just talking to my screen. So thank you for.
I don't know. I think you do that probably often. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Share this live stream and go to all the different things that we're going to post on the bottom. If you're in Houston, come see us tomorrow night. Join the Reset, Renew, Rediscover Retreat with Leah Rollings, leahrolling.com, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then we've got the movers and shakers of Colorado Springs, then Denver. There's so much happening. Just go to the Amplifluence Facebook page.
Just actually go to your nearest airport, hop on a Southwest plane, and say, "Take me to Amplifluence. Take me to the Amplifluence event now."
Go to Amplifluence on Facebook, and it will have where we are. We have the .com, but that is not updated. So yeah, don't go there. Go to the Facebook page. It's just Amplifluence, and you'll find everywhere we're going. Okay. Take care, everybody. Be well. And Ken and I'll see you at the airport tomorrow. Have a great one, everyone. Take care. What do you always say?
Well, I'm going to say something new. I'm going to say shake a leg. Just chicken leg. Shake a chicken leg.
Shake a chicken leg. Stay amplified.
Stay amplified. And look forward to seeing you.
And be unapologetic. We'll take care. Bye-bye, everybody.
Oh, and we played Sorry. And that was, I had to apologize for that. Remember that? And I didn't want to apologize. I played, and it was at the Airbnb too. So yeah, that's quite a signal. And it's a very, very big dilemma when you see a sorry and you want to apologize for it, but you're not supposed to.
Yes. Don't apologize. Be well. Bye, everybody.